should some BYU fans be arrogant about joining the Big 12 or being in the same conference as BYU? No, they shouldn't, and here's why, and I'm going to give a history lesson on this. First of all, we know that Utah was in the Mountain West prior to the Pac-12. I mean, they were in the Mountain West from 1999 to 2010. They were also in the Western Athletic Conference, the WAC, when there was the FBS Conference from 1962 to 1998. They were in the Mountain States Conference, which is aka the Skyline Conference, from 1938 to 1961. They were in the REMAC Conference, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, from 1910 to 1937. And I get it was a long time ago and independent, but you were independent too, from 1892 to 1909. And when you look at Wikipedia, when Lavelle Edwards was a head coach, Lavelle Edwards consistently beat Utah on a regular basis. He was a head coach from 1972 to 2000, by the way, and prior to that, he was an assistant coach at BYU from 1962 to 1971. But he beat Utah on a consistent basis when he was a head coach at BYU. I mean, he only lost to him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He only lost to them 7 times as a head coach. Yeah. And also, BYU was in the same conference as Utah in the Mountain West during the same time period. The WAC, the same time period. The Skyline Conference, also known as the Mountain States Conference, same time period. They were also in a Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. BYU was from 1922 to 1937. So you get the point. They have been coexisting in the past, so they shouldn't be arrogant about that. And I just think they're just not wanting to be, they just don't want to admit that, look, the Pac-12's deal right now, and we have seen reports why they didn't have a deal yesterday, because it was like between $20 and $22 million in heavy streaming, and you gotta have escalators when you get so many subscriptions for Apple TV. So yeah. And this is why Utah fans should not be arrogant. Look, the Big 12 doesn't need you necessarily. They got BYU in place. Yes, it would be good to get Utah, to get that rivalry again. And it just seems strange that Utah doesn't want to be with BYU. It really is. And we have to wait and see on the Pac-9 situation, and they still don't have a TV deal yet, but I have to think all teams in the Pac-9 need to make a decision before the week 0 football games here. They don't want to mess with this situation during the season here. That's the last thing they want to do here. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later. 5 subscribers. We're on the road to it. Let's go. And I know that Utah does own the edge right now in terms of series. 59 wins and 32 losses. So, I get that. And BYU, ever since Lavelle Edwards retired, BYU's only defeated Utah 5 times since then. I get that. But when you go to Lavelle Edwards' era as a head coach, he owned Utah.